Greetings, Nerd Castle, and welcome to the healing light of the Emperor's Grace for another episode of Battlefleet Gothic Armada. My name is Splattercat. In the previous episode, we crumped some orcs, we beat up some heretics, and we sent them to the flame to be the kindling of evil that they deserve. The kindling of holiness, were we using them to fuel our... I don't think I would tempt myself with using heretics to fuel my light and goodness. Something might go wrong right there. But welcome on back to the Gothic sector, where we will dominate some enemies. We've got some renown to spend, but it's not very much. We could do some light upgrading, I guess. I think somebody leveled up, though, didn't they? Let's go to the shipyard real fast and see what happens here. Alright, so in the shipyard, we have a crew upgrade right here. I'm going to put that into gunnery. I would actually like to recondition, but I'll do that later once we have a bit more expendable stuff. We can't do it right now because expense accounts are kind of tapped out. He's got an upgrade as well. We will go with Master Gunner on him. I usually try to max out Master Gunner unless my ship is meant for boarding. If my ship is meant for boarding, then I go after ratings first, and then I go for other things. We can also afford to put one more upgrade on top of our cruiser, and I think that's probably a wise idea. Oh, we can't afford it because it's 100 a pop. Never mind. We can afford it on these ships, though. The cost goes up or down depending on how big your ship is. The Dauntless. We can give them a new upgrade. The Dauntless, let's take a look at the Dauntless's stats and see what's going on here. So we got torpedoes, we got macro cannons, we got macro batteries. That means that they would probably do well with extra turrets. It has 3 official, so defense turrets, they get rid of things that are flying through the air that are trying to kill you. Turbo weaponry. We can make our macro cannons fire a little bit further. We can go with additional teleportarium, which allows us to do an extra assault action, which is pretty good. We can go with armor-piercing ammunition. That's pretty good. I would definitely count that one as among one of the better upgrades. Ship torpedoes speed is improved. That's all right. Go with targeting matrix. Above 6K, the accuracy loss of macro weapons is reduced by 50%. So that would probably be a good one for him. We could go with fire protection systems. That'd probably be pretty solid too. We could go with some kind of belt armor right here. First critical damage inflicted to a system is ignored. That's actually really, really good, considering at the outset of every battle, enemies in this game tend to knock out one of your core systems, so that might not be a bad choice. Duration of special orders are increased by 50%. That's pretty good. Battle bridge is pretty good. You can still use special orders when the deck is destroyed. That's like the armaments and the brace for impact and all that kind of stuff. Voss pattern void shields. Ship shield has a 25% chance to deny damage. Wow. That's pretty good right there. That's actually considerable. 25%, really. If that works the way I think it does, every single bullet has a 25% chance to be ignored over the course of an entire engagement. That'd be a fantastic boon to have. I'm going to take it. We're going to try it out for a little bit and see how it goes. Although it is on my secondary ship, so stuff to remember right there. I will probably unfit him, but I'll do it after the next battle. Yeah, we'll do it after the next battle. Back to Gothic. And we have an incursion in Electris. Incoming transitions system status has been overrun. From Lord Admiral Ravensburg, the threat is the Hereticus Minoris. An enemy fleet is harassing a nearby system. If we attack it once, we have an opportunity to reduce the enemy's presence in the Gothic sector. We still have deployments left, so I think that would probably be a smart idea. I can close that down from right there. Okay, this is all new to me. In the Brett system, I assume there's lots of people named Brett there, and it probably belongs to a guy whose name is like, I don't know, Lord Captain Brett or something like that. We have time. Let's do Electris. We've got one deployment left too, so I think it's a smart idea. We can't be letting these heretics breed and grow inside of our systems. Next thing you know, they're chopping up our civilians and then turning them into fuel and demons and all that kind of stuff. And so we should probably get on top of it now. What was he? What was his statistic? What did he have going on? No, I don't want that to happen. Please stop. We're going to have the cruiser be our #1 craft. As far as that goes, we can have the Dauntless along, or we can have... we can have the Crown of Deliverance along, or we can have the Shield of Truth. With you, sir, you have light macro batteries, double macro turrets, heavy prow lance. He's the better choice, but I'm going to bring... What does he have? He has the beacon. I'll probably unfit a lot of this because a lot of it's not that useful. Yeah, I'll probably have to unfit these in the future. However, I would like to play around with you, and so I'm going to bring you... Actually, if I ditch you, I can bring an escort along, and that allows me to bring my Cobra Destroyer. Yeah, let's bring the Cobra Destroyers. I would rather have the extra escort than nothing at all. And so this is going to be us against the seditious forces of chaos. Let's ride. I love these little intro scenes right here where it gives you like the nice little rotation around your ship as they enter the battlefield. I like it a lot. Along with the music, it really helps me get into the flow of things and feel like I'm playing 40K, which is really kind of an epic setting. We've got another asteroid field in the center of our deployment zone. This looks clearer over here, so we're going to fight along this side. Now, one of the things that's unique to this game is the enemy tends to have the same point allotment that you have, which means that it tends to be fairly balanced as far as combat goes. Our goal for right now is to kill the shit out of some heretics. That's our only goal. That's all that we care about. Actually, they've got 3 ships. I wish that we had a better chance over here. They're going to try and identify. I'm going to swoop out of the way of that if I can do it. Although the beacon is coming pretty quickly. I think they're going to miss, though. I think they're going to miss. If we play well with our stasis beacons here, we should be alright. You reroute a little bit further that way. You reroute a little bit further that way. Actually, it might be safer for you. Come about that way. Come about that way. You stick to it, though.
Resuming normal functions.
It looks like it's kind of stuck to us. I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. And then go full burn. I want that beacon to be a complete and utter waste. I want them to derive 0 benefits from it. Oh, so close. That's going to come down to models right there. That's going to come down to models. And unfortunately, this poor little bastard over here now is in a bad position. He's going to get jumped at the outset. So let's go full stop for you. Well, actually, no. Let's have you swoop around in behind the rest of the fleet. What we'd like to do... Oh, they actually have a pretty sizable... I'm assuming they have a lot of escort craft. Would be my guess is they're running 1 big ship and 3 escorts, maybe. Which is actually not so terrible. Once you're there, I would like you to come about and join the rest of the fleet. You, sir, I'm going to have you intercept over there. Allow everything else to come around. We've got him. I'm going to fire dead center. Ah, it's way off. Yeah, they nerfed the shit out of that weapon. They nerfed it hard. Wow, they nerfed that hard. That got nerfed really, really, really hard. Like, no joke. That got nerfed crazy hard. Nova Cannon used to be one of the best things in the game, and it looks like they decided that that was not acceptable. So the Nova Cannon might have been a poor choice on my part. He's taking a little bit of damage right there, but it's not going to be too bad, I don't think. They are all torping the hell out of us right now. Let's get everybody lined up with what I want them to do. You're going to be attacking to a side. You're going to be attacking to a front. We're going to focus fire really, really hard right now. Let's go ahead, and the second he comes in range, we're going to board him manually.
Resuming normal function.
And so there it is. Boarding pods away. Damage dealt. There's 2 fires on board. He should no longer be a problem in just a moment. He should die pretty quickly. We want you fighting to the front, so that arrangement you've got going on right now is not going to be okay. I want everybody focusing fire right now. Focus everything you've got on targets. You always want to focus fire in this game. You want to eliminate escort vessels and enemies that can help out foes as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, that's not going to be available. He's pulled out to 6K.
Activating tactical cogitators.
I would very much like Lightning Strike to go off right there. Lightning Strike was successful right before the shields went back up. With him, what we want to target, he's a priority target for right now, and we want to go after his warp engines. And he's already, see what I mean? He destroyed one of our turrets at the outset here. I'm going to wait until armor's a little bit further down. In the meantime, that fires to the front. Unfortunate, but we may come about in time to use it against one of these guys. Maybe. Or not. You know, whatever. In the meantime, let's go ahead and drop a stasis bomb right there, just to give him something to think about. He'll probably run the stasis bomb before I get it done. It does take a long-ass time to activate, but if we catch him up inside of it, it's going to save us a lot of trouble. And it'll force them all to reroute, which will take them longer to regroup on our position. So he's stasised. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better result. When he comes about right here... Ah, there it is. Nova Cannon coming through. Big hit right there, and it also eliminated one of his supplementary systems. On this side, I'm going to transfer shields over there to help him recharge a little bit quicker. He's going to activate an all repair now. Everybody target as hard as you can because he's going to try and jump out of the system now. I virtually guarantee it. You come about. I need you in the front right now. because when he tries to jump, we're going to torp him. There it is. Torpedoes away. Big damage dealt. He's going to be critically wounded, I hope. He might make it out, I think. Yeah, he's going to make it out. Oh, no, we canceled his warp engine right there. Also, if anybody has a boarding party available, that would also help. Cancel his warp. Oh, never mind. We failed. But he's destroyed. Oh, I don't know if that counted as a destruction or not. My hope is that it did, but I'm not going to hold out for it. Everybody reroute, and we are going to open fire on whatever you can. Priority 1, priority 2. We're going to try and sweep in between, if at all possible. I will try to get them again in just a moment. Go ahead and run. They can't board us, so go ahead and run emergency repairs. This little guy over here, I don't know if I should... Here, you reroute to there. When he comes around on... he's not going to come around. All right, board him. Lightning strike was a failure right there. What are you going to do? We'll fire off that way. Unfortunately, we got a big miss on that side. It is what it is. He still takes splash damage, so it's not so terrible. You guys maintain fire on that side. You maintain fire right there. This should be a big victory for us. We should be able to gather ourselves a little bit of extra renown on this side. You, sir, we don't have any homing torpedoes or anything. You put your shields up on immunity for now. If your ships crash into each other, by the way, you don't want that to happen, so watch out for that. If it does happen, it's a sad day for you. Let's transfer shields over to him so that he maintains in the Emperor's light. We'll have him run emergency repairs right now because he is taking quite a bit of damage. And then what I'm going to try and do is we'll have him pull that way. And then activate a speedy getaway, force them to chase you. I would like to keep him in the combat for as long as possible. All we're really trying to do right now is clear aggro. I'm going to have you close ranks with him and get closer. Since we are engaging on our terms now, we've basically got them wrapped up and taken care of. This fight should be simple enough to resolve. Come about, rejoin the combat. Now that you've dropped aggro. A little bit more pain and suffering to be had out here. We're going to have to wait on the Nova Cannon deployment, unfortunately. But I can lightning strike him. Unfortunately, that's going to be a failure, but he is venting out into the vacuum of space right now. So that's funsies. Swap targets. Everybody come around. We're going to have you do a high energy turn to there. Change your heading. Get back inside of here and start dealing some damage. You brace for impact because you are taking a little bit of damage right now. We'll bring you around and get you a little bit stronger. That might do some splash, maybe. A little bit, so I'll take it.
At your command.
Cruiser's going to deal with him. The rest of you go to war. Oh, never mind. There's an order here that commands them to continue strafing. I don't know why he's lining up a front right now. It's an odd choice, yeah, because for some reason he's lining up to a front even though he's on broadsides.
Yes, Admiral.
I'm not totally sure why he's doing said activity.
Activating tactical cogitators.
Lightning strike was a failure. Go ahead and refill his shields right now. They nerfed the cooldown on that, I think. I think it used to be a little... And it looks like they're both making for that spot right there. So let's ruin their lives a little bit. Let's make this fun. You guys all swap to 6 because I don't want you to go into your own booby trap right now. It may get them. Yeah, not too bad. It looks like the developers, however, nerfed the AI's awareness. The AI used to be almost hacky level. Full stop. Don't go any further. And then turn that way. And then you full stop. And give me broadsides right there. Lightning strike was a failure again. It looks like lightning strike rates might be slightly slower now than they used to be. Let's see how talented I feel like being right now.
Execute high energy turn.
There. I think. Nah, we got him with one. We got him with one of the torpedoes. What are you going to do? I'm not very good at torpedoing. I've seen people online who are like utterly insane at torpedoing. Like they're so good at it that it's scary. Like it's upsetting how good they are. Fire that right there for maybe a little bit of splash. It doesn't really matter. I doubt the splash goes that far, but it's still worth trying. Got a couple things of fire out right here. When that comes back up on cooldown, we'll heal him.
Awaiting orders.
Orders are looking good. Smaller ships are very unlikely to jump out, and in fact, I don't think that they can. And so this just lines them up for some free renown. I think we get 30% or whatever of everything destroyed, which means we'll get about a 10 bonus on each of these.
At your command.
I think he's trying to line up the Nova cannon or something, and that might be my main problem. He should be down momentarily.
Lock on target.
I'll go ahead and have him do emergency repairs. I'd like him to come back unscathed.
Yes, Admiral.
And then finally, we will line up on this guy right here. And I think I have a bunch of people on full stop,
Cruising
though.
speed set.
Yeah, so in order to move around, they're going to have trouble. You come this way so that you're not getting in the way of everybody else.
Engaging.
Keep that right there. I could have got him with the Nova. I made a mistake. Go ahead and restore some shields. Why are you turning to front, sir? Why are you turning to front? That is super annoying.
Course plotted. Activating tactical cogitators.
Ah, we got him with that lightning strike, though. Watch how fast this fire ticks away at his health. Fire is bad in this game. You really, really, really do not want to be caught up in fire. He's going to try and stay along the edges of my engagement range. Stay at 9k.
We are the Imperial Navy.
Give him what he wants. We don't have to get that far away. Meanwhile, you need to be on him.
For the Emperor.
Why are you not engaging to a front now? That's weird.
Engines hot.
Facings are being kind of odd. They used to just do it automatically when you click the button.
Targeting enemy vessels.
Now, it seems like they sort of just like do that if they're already in range anyways.
Understood.
And I need you at 3k right now. Go ahead and run up in there and tackle for me, please. You also stay inside 3k, whatever.
Target locked in.
Little off to the side, but it might get him. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of splash damage inside of there. So it looks like they didn't nerf the splash, but they nerfed the targeting a bit. We are victorious. I don't know if that's going to be weird right here. This is going to be a series that I could tell is going to end on really odd timings. Actually, that was a really good one for us right there. We took 140 renown from the enemy. That's a really, really solid gain, and that should allow us to do some much-needed upgrading. So we have Lysades. Oh, we have multiple systems. So we got Schindelgeist, Skagerbrack, Sicyon, Tarantus, Boeotia. Okay, Coimbria. Alright, so we've got two things to look after. I didn't realize I was babysitting multiple zones. For now, we're going to end our turn. We got no more deployments left.
Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Lord Admiral Ravensburg believes that we can learn something of our enemy's strategy by infiltrating a Chaos Command ship recently identified by Inquisitor Horst's agents. I am to find this ship, board it, and bring back any clues I can find about the invaders' plans. Now is my chance to ensure their faith in me was not misplaced.
Admiral Spire, I am assigning you a mission of great importance. A formidable Chaos fleet is massing for an attack. Inquisitor Horst's agents have identified the enemy flagship and confirmed that it contains vital information about our enemy's intentions.
Lord Admiral, by placing me in command of a fleet, you have offered me a great opportunity. To prove myself worthy of your trust, I will capture this enemy vessel and any plans it contains, for the honor of the Imperial Navy.
Okay, so the next mission is a data recovery mission, which actually isn't that bad. So essentially what you have to do, you run up on the enemy, you board them with lightning strike, and whether it fails or succeeds, you still steal the data, unless they change the way that it works. You steal the data by lightning striking them once their shields are down. They can steal the data back, which is deeply upsetting, so don't let that happen. However, is that what, Flatularis right there? We got to go to Mostado. All right, I got to go to the station first, and we're going to refit a little bit. But anyways, your goal is to get the data and then warp out. That's all you're supposed to do. You don't have to fight anybody. And so typically, those missions end pretty quickly and are taken care of without many problems. I don't think I've ever failed one. I think I came close one time because the AI pulled something super shiesty on me. It was the first time when I didn't realize you could steal the data back, and so technically it's not super my fault. Over here, we're going to unfit this because I don't want it. It's a garbage ability. And on this side, I think we'll probably end up taking... Because he's got lance batteries, he should be able, I think... Let's take a look here. He's got light macro batteries, turrets, and he's got a prow lance. So with the prow lance, it would be wise to take this right here. What this does is it increases the range of the lances on your ship. Or you can take targeting. There's another one in here. Did they get rid of it? Where is it? There's another one in here that makes your lance's crit go up by like 60% or something like that of what it already is. And so if they've got like a 15%, it raises it pretty considerably. Maybe that's what they did with lenses. Maybe they nerfed it. This game is an online PvP game too, and so they're going to nerf the single player while they're messing around with the multiplayer to get it balanced. I think refined lenses used to make them way, way better, and I think now it just increases the range. Because I remember there was something in here. Disruption overcharge. Yeah, I remember that one. But there was another one that increased your crit chance with lances, and I don't see it anymore. They may have done away with it and changed it around a little bit. That might have been what refined lenses. I remember there was a range one, and maybe disruption overcharge was what it was before. I don't know. So maybe we'll think about something different here. Instead, the range of all macro weapons is up by 3k. Let's go with auxiliary shield capacitors. Let those recharge faster. That, in combination with the shield boost that we have already on our other ships, will make that quite a formidable combo. On this side, what is this ship rocking real fast? I like to check before I finish things off. Macro batteries and a Nova cannon. So with the macro batteries, what I'd like to see here... Their macros are engaging at 6k right now. We can increase that to 9k with that right there. That would not be a good ability for him because he's a bigger ship and his chances of closing the gap with the enemy down to 3k are pretty limited. You would want to put that on light cruisers, I would think. The armor piercing at under 3k range. Since he's running so many supplementary abilities, I'm going to say belt armor is what I'm going to go with for him. I like the belt armor idea. It negates the first critical damage. Seems to be pretty awesome. I like that a lot as a supplementary ability. His Stasis Bomb has been used to pretty remarkable efficiency the last couple fights too. Let's go to the Gothic sector. I think we can bang out this data theft pretty easily. I don't think it's going to be that hard. So I'll run a...
We've confirmed the presence of the Chaos flagship. The Inquisitor's agents inform us that this vessel is only lightly defended. You must recover any information about the enemy's plans from that ship. Once that task is complete, you are ordered to destroy the heretic vessel and remind these foul traitors the price of betraying the immortal Emperor.
Oh, we've got to kill him too. Okay, well that's funsies. I like a little bit of death sprinkled into my overall 40k missions. What's a 40k mission without a little bit of heretic death? Now, as I recall, heretic ships tend... we'll run him for right now just so we can run an escort. For right now, our other ship's not going to get a lot of use until 400 points because we're running so many escorts. Sorry about that. My game crashed on me. It's probably my recording software. Either way, I had problems in the beta with it too. We need to bring somebody with a shield on this one, and we need to bring an extra escort.
Admiral,
and that should be good enough.
Your fleet has reached the Chaos flagship's last known position. It is vitally important that you capture the enemy's plans from that vessel.
Everything you Imperial lapdogs believe is nothing but a lie. Your false emperor will never reward you for this battle. He will not even know of your sacrifice.
You turned away from the Emperor's light, traitor, and forever sealed your fate.
Very well, Admiral Lapdog.
You want me to bequeath upon you some Imperial truth? You need a new barber. Want some more Imperial truth? That underbite is raw, dude. Go see a dentist. What, does the devil not have dentists? Jesus Christ, man. Just because you've given up on the light doesn't mean you have to give up on brushing.
Sir! One of our ships must board the target to seize the plans!
Oh, he's way over there.
Briefed about the potential location of the plans on the enemy ship. Just bring us in a boarding range and we will do our duty.
Alright, so we're going to have to run this guy down. Their deployment, unfortunately, the AI deploys a lot of the time with kind of like prescient knowledge that the player does not have. And so like if you deploy a certain way, they tend to deploy like perfectly opposite. You can get some bad maps for data recovery too. Like, for example, I've seen data recovery missions where the guy with the data is, like, right here, and then there's an asteroid field all around him with one tiny gap, so all they have to do is chain Stasis Bomb the gap right there, and essentially they can just, like, slow boat their way to victory. I've seen some really cheesy maps in this one. Let's kill full burn, and let's get on him. I'd like to see a Nova Cannon somewhere in there. Would be great. You, sir, full stop, please. Por favor. And then you're going to full turn right there. And then you're going to get outside the range of that explosive, please. Because I think that will just outright kill him a lot of the time. He's also going to fire all kinds of weird jank shit at us, but that's okay. I don't care about his jank shit. It doesn't terrify me. Meanwhile, I need you to engage to a front at 3. I need you to engage to a front at 3. We need to stay inside very, very close range. And so now, my ultimate goal here is going to be to steal the data right before our cooldown comes up on this right here. And when I do that, I'm going to shield him with his impervious shield and warp him out. That's my goal. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't work, it might be a little bit more awkward and difficult. If you notice, they just shot fighters at us. Chaos likes to use a lot of fighter craft, and so having a squad that's pretty well equipped versus that kind of shenaniganry will probably go a long way. He's going to waste his full burn right now doing something. I'm not sure what he's doing. Either way, he's about to catch this Nova Cannon to the side of the head. Still not doing much because I can't get a direct hit on him. I think the Nova Cannon scatter might be a little rough right now. It might be a little rougher than it needs to be. Alright, everybody. As soon as we get into range with them, we got to get those shields down. We got 1 minute. T-minus uno momento. And then we can handle this guy. Let's go full burn. We're going to need to chase this guy down, and he's kiting us off the table right now, which is a legitimate strategy. It can be done. He really only needs to last like 2 minutes here before our job gets really, really, really difficult. Let's go ahead and kill full burn. We are in range now. Everybody open fire. And we mostly just want to stick to the strategy here. We want to stay very, very close. We want to stay very, very cogent. And we kind of just want to make sure that shields are up and ready to go right about the time this cooldown comes out. And so what I want to do for right now, we're going to transfer that over to there, just to make sure he doesn't lose too much more. You guys stay nice and shiggity close. We've got 9 seconds until warp is activatable. 9 seconds, T-minus. Let's get everybody in here. Warp is up and ready to go. And so now we officially have a strategy here. We board, activate the shield, and then we warp out.
I will seize back those plans from the flaming wreckage of your ship.
I don't think you will.
Shall suffer 1,000 deaths as a sacrifice to the dark gods.
I'm like 80% sure that you won't.
I do not fear the idle threats of a vile traitor. Navigator, engage the warp engine and set a course to Port Moore. Astropath, contact Lord Admiral Ravensburg. Send this message. We have recovered the enemy's attack plans. I wish to present this information to the Sector War Council and discuss ways it can be used to crush the Chaos Fleet that threaten our world. Cancel the warp jump litany and pursue the objective.
Huzzah! We were victorious. I told you that would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. My name is Splattercat. The secret to that mission is just don't use your stuff too early. that's pretty much the way that it goes down. Either way, I will see you all in the next episode. Oh, look at that. It undid all my renown spending. Huh. That's disappointing. All right. Oh, well, I'll redo that. I was just trying to get back to the game as quickly as possible. I got a work schedule here. I got a schedule. The light of man is guided by a schedule, and without the great bureaucracy, how can we ever succeed? But anyways, I told you that'd be easy. The secret is not to use your lightning too early, and then just to make sure you have somebody with a perma shield so you can pally bubble out. It's kind of overpowered. I'll see y'all later. Hi to everybody.